You will consistently face inconsistency if you do not establish who you are at the beginning of the game. You need to be in such control and have such strong confidence that it scares the enemy team. Now, of course, you want to be going through the full game with confidence, but the start of the game is everything. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, I know some of y'all probably go in the game, specifically on Nuketown or them kind of small 3-lane maps, and then your team just end up sitting in the house. They don't even come out the house. Like, what is y'all doing? Do you blame the teammates? Oh, y'all selling. You go in game chat, start trash talking. Next thing you know, you get banned for language and harassment. But maybe it's not your team, all right? See, the thing is, your energy rubs off on people. So if you go into the game and you being scared and you waiting on the teammates to move up, they doing the same thing. Everybody waiting on everybody, but nobody making no plays, nobody making no moves. And y'all finna be stuck in the house. Y'all can get spawn trapped. Y'all can get nuked. And I'm probably doing the other team nuking you. You don't want that. And then you gonna report me for hacking when I'm not even hacking. Now I'm shadow banned. Now everybody not having a good day. So what you need to do is you need to be going into the next game. The next game you go into, you need to be trying to get that confidence going at the start of the game, so that way it could probably make your teammates push out. See, when they see other people outside the house, it might make them want to push up. I'm not saying every time they're going to push up, because sometimes people be sitting in the house, they trying to streak up. Next thing you know, all game they only got a 4-kill streak and they only got a UAV. You need to be pushing up and make sure you can set the example for your teammates. They can see you being confident, like, okay, maybe this lobby easy. This dude on my team smoking, and maybe I can do it now. Everybody running outside the house. Everybody running outside the house. Next thing you know, y'all got map control. Everything moving smooth. Everyone having a good time, right? Also, when you push out of the house and then establish that confidence and that, dominance at the start, it's gonna make the other team go, all right, clearly this team ain't playing. They coming crazy. They ran out the house and they just smoking us like that. It puts fear into them, even if it's subconsciously. They might not even know. If you ask them, oh, are you scared of that person? No. All right, no, I'm not scared of them. But next thing you know, they might be subconsciously. They fear you because they see you just came out. You don't even care. Like, you ran straight to the middle of the map and you was like, what's happening? They gonna see that. It's gonna inflict fear. And the thing is, with fear can control. It either can make you or break you. It controls you. You don't want to let it control you, actually. But their fear is going to control them. They might be the ones trying to sit in the house now because they scared to push out because you sitting out there. Now, when I say it can make or break you, that means you can either let it control you and not push out the house because you are too afraid, or you can take that fear and be too afraid to sit in the house and camp and get smacked. You are too afraid of that, so you push out, use that fear. The fear works with you. Now the fear is working with you. That way you can just push out and get right with them. If you really deeply into spirituality, then you probably know something about what I'm talking about, or you might not even be into that and you still know what I'm talking about. Comment down below if you're into spirituality, because now I know I spent too much time on that tip, but on to tip number 2. But before I get into tip number 2, if you're looking for good COD coaching, you looking to just boost your career in Call of Duty, you trying to make your stats go up, you trying to drop your first nuke, you trying to get 100 kill games, you trying to get all this stuff, Warzone 2. Warzone, if you're trying to get better at Warzone, then go subscribe to my Patreon, link in the description below. I coach people personally. I will work with you personally. I will send you messages. I will get on calls with you. I could do a lot of different things for you. And also there's kind of 2 sides to it. It's the one side where I do the calls, and then the first side, or the first tier, is when I am kind of just posting exclusive videos that you would not see on YouTube, tips and tricks you've never heard about. So make sure you go subscribe to that if you want to take your skill to the next level and stop being afraid of playing the game, and just be able to play the game and finally relax. But anyways, tip number 2, reflect on your past game. Reflect on the game you just played. You want to reflect on your performance and be prepared for how the enemy team is going to react in the next game, or be prepared for how your teammates are going to react in the next game. So for example, say I go into a game, I dropped the nuke, I went 110. I went 100 kills, 10 deaths. That means most likely, according to skill-based matchmaking, I'm going to load into this next game and probably face tryhards, face people who just got out of the game too and probably just did the same thing I just did. So now, keeping that in the back of my mind, all right, I'm gonna go into this next game, I'm gonna face some tryhards. That means I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready to throw all the tools out of my belt. I'm ready to see movement demons. I'm ready to see people who barely even miss. I'm ready to see the top ranks of players. I'm prepared for it. See, the problem is most people go in the next game, they don't be prepared. They just in there and they get smoked. See, when you prepare for what's gonna happen, you actually can you know, get right, you know, probably make you a little class setup, make you a nice little try hard beat and load out. And then now you prepare, you go into the next game, and that can increase your chances of performing good again, which will make you consistent over the next few games or over how many games you want, because that's how I be consistent. I can go into a game no matter what happened the last game or the recent games. No matter if I drop 3 nukes in the last game, I can go into the next game and drop another nuke. Why? Because I am prepared for what's coming next. Or if I did trash in the past game, keep that in mind too. All right, I did trash in the past game, so this next game, hopefully I can get into here with some bots, and then yeah, I can go crazy. But just be prepared. After you do that, it's gonna be another try hard game. So be prepared. Always be prepared. Now, tip number 3, you want to adapt to the game. Adapt quickly. Adapt to the players in it. You want to be always, because every game not gonna be the same. You want to go into a game or have expectations. Okay, I'm expecting probably some try hards in here. All right, but you don't really know how they finna be. Or you might run into a game with somebody camping. They putting blast traps on top of the house. They putting blast traps so you can't even push them correctly. They throwing smoke grenades. It's a lot of goofy stuff that be happening out here. Sniper players. You don't know what's gonna happen, but that's why you gotta adapt. When you get good at adapting to the game and adapting to the players in it, it's gonna do a lot more better things for you, because that's how I got better. I just got better by playing the game, seeing a whole bunch of weird stuff I load into the game. Here we go. Somebody sniping. All right. Now I done figured out the sequence I need to do to beat the snipers. Just from experience, how do I beat a sniper? Oh, I'm gonna have to get close. I'm gonna have to really just push and make sure I don't try and fight them long range, and you know, use my movement to my advantage. So when I get into the game, all right, there's a sniper. I see he sniping my teammates, or he might have sniped me. I'm gonna rush and try and push up as quick as I can and smuggle him and try and break his camera, do all types of things. Or I might go into the game. I go to the middle of the map. Next thing you know, somebody just pushed out all aggressive. All right, I'm like, okay. They team being very aggressive. So what I'm gonna do, instead of trying to fight aggression with aggression, I'm gonna play passive now. I'm gonna kind of sit back and let them push me and make all the mistakes. They're gonna make all the mistakes. I'm gonna pick up the kills. I'm gonna streak up on them, and I might get a nuke. That's what I mean by adapt. All right. Or if they playing slow, all right, I'm gonna have to push up. I'm gonna have to push up, because if I just camp, it's gonna be a real boring game. We're gonna be here for like 20 minutes and nobody pushing. So just keep that in mind. Always keep in mind of how the game, the player, the map, anything that's going on, keep in mind of how it's running, so that way you can adapt to it and then play accordingly. Now, tip number 5, if you want to start being more consistent in Black Ops 6 or Call of Duty, you could be playing an old Call of Duty, doesn't really matter. This tip still applies. You want to be playing in a party. Now, one thing I've noticed when playing in a party, first of all, it's a lot more fun. I'm here with my friends, you know, we having a good time. Y'all seen, if y'all have appeared on the streams, y'all have seen how much fun we have. Sometimes I'll be yelling at them though, because you know how that goes. But anyways, when you play in a party, it's gonna be more fun, and then you can have people to help you. See, the thing is with the skill-based matchmaking, say I got 4 people in the party, right? Only one of them do good, but the 3 others, they just did terrible. They went negative. It's gonna even that out now. So probably it's gonna throw you into a game with bots, because majority of your team did bad. So now that means even though you did good, you might get into another game where they doing bad. But like, say if 3 people on the team do good and only 1 do bad, then that's a whole different scenario. You might get in a game with tryhards. It's all a might. It's not a specific or what's gonna happen, because the only people who know how skill-based matchmaking and all this stuff work is the people who made it. And whoever made it, I'm coming for you. Out here ruining people COD experiences. What's wrong with you? But when you play in the party, say if one of my, or like 2 of my party members, they got like a 0.8 KD, and then me and another party member got like a 2 KD. This is usually how it goes. They might still match you up in a bot lobby. That's the thing. It's gonna still match you up in the bot lobby, probably because they always talk about, oh, we want to make the noobs of the game have a fun experience. I feel like nobody having a fun experience. Let's be for real. I want you to go down in the comment section below and tell me if you having a fun experience in Black Ops 6 right now. Now, tip number 6, you want to be using the same gun every game. Now, I know I preach on how you want to just be good with every gun, or do this or do that, or you want to come out your comfort zone. But if you want to be consistent, you want to be consistent and consistently get those good games, you might have to use the same gun or same gun type. So you might have to only use a Jackal PDW, or if you want to expand it more, you might only have to use SMGs. Now that shouldn't be a hard thing for y'all because y'all only like to use one type of gun anyway, SMGs or ARs. But the thing is, if you want to use any gun and be good, that means it's gonna come down to skill. And if you can use any gun and be good, then you shouldn't be struggling with inconsistency. That will make you consistent. If you are good with every gun in the game, or mostly all the guns, like all the SMGs, all the ARs, or all the LMGs, you will be consistent. There's just no way around it. I ain't never seen nobody with good aim getting dropped off like repeatedly. So if you want to get consistent high streaks or high kill game players, and maybe you want to get consistent nukes, maybe a nuke every game, a nuke every 2 games, then you're gonna have to use the same gun or gun type. Always keep that in mind. Now the last and final tip I got on the list today is learn the ins and outs of every situation, scenario. Just learn the ins and outs. Learn it from top to bottom, left to right, up to down, everything. In this way, you can never be in a situation where somebody has the advantage over you or somebody is just better than you in that situation, because you already done trained yourself to get better at it. Like, you already know everything. It don't matter what. For me, for example, it don't matter what somebody come at me with, I've already saw it. I ain't never seen, you can't do nothing I ain't seen yet in Call of Duty. Oh, he camping with blast traps, he using smoke grenades. It don't matter what you do, bro, I got a counter for it, bro. That's why I'm so good at making these COD videos, and I can make videos on how to get better and use different tips that people ain't heard about, but they want to hear about because it's relatable. I'm talking out of experience from skill-based matchmaking lobbies. I know exactly what I need to say for y'all to be relatable. And most YouTubers who give tips and tricks, they always reverse boost, or they might play ranked. They might not be playing the same thing you're playing. It's just something along those lines. But see, me, I have a counter for everything. It don't matter what you come at me with. Think of the weirdest thing that you've played COD today. Think of the one thing you've seen today that you feel like was just impossible to play against. I bet I can counter it, and I bet I can teach you. That's why you need to go to that Patreon. You will learn all my knowledge. You want to be looking at what you're worst at and find out how to get better at it for situations. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm bad at aiming, so I'm gonna be training my aim like consistently 5 hours a day. I'm talking about when it comes down to situations. All right, so I'm worst at challenging somebody on a head glitch. How can I get better? You need to be studying how you can get better. Try different things. Okay, clearly not running up to him is gonna shoot him or gonna kill him. So I need to do this. I need to do this different. You need to analyze and adapt to the situation. But anyways, man, if you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to this channel. I post videos like this consistently. I'm gonna try and get back posting every day, so that way I can put out that knowledge for y'all boys. Y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, I'm gonna transform your skill all the way. It's gonna go crazy. You're gonna be one of the best players in every lobby you get into. And back in my day, when I was trash, I didn't want to miss on an opportunity like that. Nobody has something like this. That's why I gotta make it for y'all, because I understand what y'all need. Remember, I was in the same exact situation. I've never reverse boosted once. Never reverse boosted. That's why I can relate so good with y'all. That's why I know what y'all need. And this course, this Patreon, this training is something you need. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna fully transform your game, and you're gonna feel so much more relaxed when playing. You're gonna be so much more happy. You can come home from home. You can come home from school. You can come home from work, the hospital, the club. It don't matter where you coming from. You're gonna come home, get on the game, and you're gonna feel so much more relaxed. I can promise you that will happen for you if you just subscribe to the Patreon. Or if you're interested in 5 tips that I use to destroy every lobby I get into, then click on this video right here.